political history. But yet, here's the headline over at Politico. Trump dodged the law. Here's who to blame. He dodged the law, or he just won a massive re-election with the popular vote and fought back against a weaponized government. Interesting wording, as always.
Yeah, I think that the American people saw the so-called evidence by these Democrats, prosecutors in the Biden-Harris Justice Department, along with in New York City, in Atlanta, in Arizona, and the American people delivered their verdict on Tuesday, and they put President Trump back in the White House instead of the Democrats' plan to put President Trump in Rikers Island.
Yeah. Letitia James can't stop herself, had to get in front of the cameras yesterday. I just want to play a little bit of her comments yesterday and what she vows to do.
We did not expect this result, but we are prepared to respond to this result. And my office has been preparing for several months because we've been here before. We faced this challenge before. And we use the rule of law to fight back. And we are prepared to fight back once again.
She's an attorney general, so she's using the state's money. I mean, there seems to be some type of psychosis, and this doesn't seem like something that should be within her power, yet it is. She's been there before, but she campaigned on getting Donald Trump. What do you make of these words, the timing of it? Is there any remedy for this type of lawfare now?
Yeah, I would say this to Big Tish James. Number one, you're about to get reversed on appeal by even Democrat-appointed judges on the New York Appellate Court for your bogus lawsuit against President Trump for fraud. That's going to get reversed. And I would say this, number two, Big Tish James, you better be careful, because when you politicize and weaponize law enforcement against your political enemies, you are engaged in a very serious federal civil rights felony called conspiracy against rights under 18 USC section 241. And I can imagine that the Trump 47 Justice Department is not going to have any patience for this Democrat lawfare over the next 4 years.
TikTok. Here we go. January 20th, Inauguration Day. There's been a lot, of course, reaction to Donald Trump winning and winning not just, the Electoral College, but we know he won the popular vote. Here's the ACLU's deputy director talking about what people, Americans on the street, need to do. It's pretty appalling. I'm going to play this in case our audience clearly didn't watch MSDNC for this.
One of the reasons why I want to stress to people, we need you in the streets, because the courts will not always do everything for us.
Well, I do feel like the judges have been doing everything, Juan Merchan and Engoron. Anyway, that's a side note there, Mike, with the judge shopping that goes on. People in the streets, what is he talking about? It sounds like it's inciting sort of violence. Is this an operative, or is this the ACLU?
Americans have the First Amendment right to protest. That is certainly true. But if that protest turns into violence, if it turns into a riot, there's not going to be patience in the Trump 47 administration, I can imagine, for any of this violence. And the Trump 47 Justice Department, I hope, is staffed with an attorney general who will actually enforce the law and not let riots happen like what happened with BLM and Antifa the last time. And so I would say to these Democrat operatives, you better accept the results from the American people in this election, because if there's violence in the streets, you're going to face severe legal, political, and financial consequences.